Oh.
Good to go there?
Go ahead, dude.
Alright, cool. What's up, guys? Welcome to Wait, What Were We Talking About podcast, episode 5. As you can see, we got Major Billy once again. Three-time guest.
Hey.
Or is it 4-time now? 3-time?
3-time.
3-time. Yeah, we only had 5 episodes.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's back from school for a weekend. So he's visiting. Nice enough to do this. So yeah, we'll jump right into it.
I was held at gunpoint until I agreed.
Or that. Yeah, that could be it. I mean,
Help.
I'm not going to say I did do it or didn't do it, but yeah. So yeah, I'm going to start off this week, this week's episode. My topic is games we want to be better. So today we've been talking about a new game that's coming out on Steam called Planet Coaster.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the comparisons with Roller Coaster Tycoon and like how...
Because it's by Frontier again, who did Tycoon 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just somebody...
No, it's by Frontier, who did Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but they did not do
World.
Oh. World was a different people because they wanted to go different.
Okay.
And they went different, and they did Planet Coaster.
Ah.
So that's why it has like the Tycoon 3 like animations, I guess you could say, because the characters kind of look goofy still.
Yeah.
Like they look animated and stuff, but World looks like real, I guess you could say.
Ah.
They look realer.
Okay.
But you can definitely tell like the mascots have the same like look to them as they did in Tycoon 3.
Gotcha.
And you have the janitors who have like the same thing. But
We'll have to be careful with that. Hopefully I don't get sued or whatever. But yeah, so like
well, how could they get sued if
similar assets?
They did Tycoon 3.
Yeah, but the company who paid them to produce the game technically owns those assets.
I mean, maybe they bought the assets back when
True.
they took it.
I don't know how.
Because I mean, but if they're in Alpha 3 by now and they haven't been sued, then they should be on there.
Fair enough. But yeah, we were talking about how like in Roller Coaster Tycoon, like building coasters. At least I was talking about like how I would always make them and they were way too intense, and like no one would go on them. Yet you could build like verbatim the same blueprint coaster, and they would still complain about it. And Billy was just telling me like how Planet Coaster has a function where it can like smooth it out, or it gives you this area to aim for.
You can like highlight. Yeah, it has like a chart that has the green areas you want it in.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you can like run the test as it's going. You don't have to keep hitting click test or start test.
Right.
The test just keeps going, and you can see like if you built this crazy part and you're like, oh shit, I don't know how that's gonna go. You can wait for that cart to come around, and then in like the top right corner it has like the excitement, the fear, the nausea, and excitement and fear both have like high green bars because you want the excitement to be high.
Yeah.
You want the fear to be high, and then the nausea has a low one, so you have to try and measure out to get those too high, and then that
Gauge
one low.
it.
And then if like the nausea is too high, you can like select the tracks and then like smooth it out with like an auto smoothing button, so then it's not as shaky around, I guess you could say.
So like innovations like that to make the game like better and more
playable
and accessible to people. That is going to be my topic today. Like if there's any games that we can think of like that were good or we enjoyed, but there was mechanics that or ideas we had that could be better to improve it to make it a better experience.
Okay.
So yeah, I think with all the things you've been saying about Planet Coaster, like it's right up my alley. And then I was telling you, World had the shops you could customize or build if you were a modeler.
You do that for Coaster too.
And then you can do that with Coaster with the Steam Workshop. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Anything you can think of?
Oh, right off the bat?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was really hyped for Battleborn, which is a game. I don't know is it on anything else besides PS4? Is it on one?
Yeah, it's on one.
Okay, but I was really hyped for that, and I got it because it was by the makers of Borderlands, which is one of my favorite games. And there was like an element of because I don't really have any other friends who have that game, so I was always playing with strangers, and it's all online. There's no offline story. So I think like making a game accessible to people who want to just play by themselves and who want to play with friends.
Right.
Because like if I had a squad of people and we went and did like a co-op mission, it'd be fun because we'd be screaming at each other because we'd all be fucking up. But not having that, I can't play that game as much as I wanted to and as I was excited for because I just have no one and I get bored quick and like I don't know, I don't talk online to random people, so.
No. Yeah, we talked about that. I don't remember what episode it was, but yeah, like not having that single player experience. That might have actually been the first episode.
Could have been.
That we talked about that. I don't know, just limits it because, like you said, there's not everybody wants to play online.
Yeah.
But once again, not everybody wants a single player story. They just want to go in there and grind or shoot it out or whatever and have a good time. So if you can provide both, so even if your product intrigues that audience, you're not just pushing them away automatically because they're like, oh, I like this, but I can't get a good experience.
Like if someone
out of
didn't
it.
have Wi-Fi at their house, they just wouldn't be able to play Battleborn.
Yeah, just
So.
nope. You put the disc in, you need internet. Yeah, that.
I mean, they do. They like when I bought it, the guy was like, "Oh, you need internet to play this.
Mm.
Do you have internet?" And I was like, "Yes, I do."
Yeah.
So I mean, at least they do that. But
Some
like, if I didn't
people
have
do that.
internet and no one told me,
Right.
I would have went home and just been like, "Oh." I think on the case too, it says internet required.
Probably. So yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, let me think. My topic, and I don't even have anything ready. Like the roller coaster thing was just a big one that I thought like that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you said that there's the Tycoon 3 people, that's awesome that they're learning from what they did. Like I literally thought it was like these are people that are a fan of these games and they thought like the same things and they just did their own thing and made it better.
Nah, it's Frontier taking from Tycoon 3 and saying what did we miss on, and then making it more customizable, more easier to build
Right.
coasters and shit. Because like they have the same menu too and everything. Like you know, in Tycoon 3 you got in and you could do the campaign or you could do sandbox
Yeah.
or you could do a challenge sandbox.
Oh yeah.
This is the same thing. Like you just get like a square plot of land and then you could just build what you
That's
want.
what I always
Yeah,
liked
and
doing
then
that.
they don't have the challenges out yet because it's only
Right,
3, but
the alpha or whatever.
yeah, so it's kind of I was like, I see what you did there. You just took it.
Yeah. I know this game just came out recently, and we've been talking about it a lot, but Overcooked. Like, not that I don't like anything about it, I just want it to be, I want there to be more. Like, the story, there's like 6 worlds with like 4 or 5 levels each, and I just want more of the game. That's all.
Yeah,
Like,
I could see that.
even if there was just like more challenge maps or whatever, like even single player, because I think all the challenge maps are multiplayer, but I can't recall off the top of my head. I could be wrong on that. Not that single player is the most fun, but definitely.
See, that's like the opposite of Battleborn. It's you need people at your house to play. There's no really online thing, is there?
No, there's no online at all.
Yeah.
No, this is
So
strictly couch co-op.
if you're just by yourself and you're like, oh, I want to play I want to play Overcooked, you have to learn the split controller thing
Yeah.
to even be able to play.
Yeah, you just switch back in between the chefs constantly. And I mean, it works. It's just a lot more difficult. Mechanics that could be better. I don't know. I feel like sometimes menus in games could be better, so I don't have to go digging for stuff. Like, organization. Like, there's always the sort by whatever. Like, they have the generic alphabetical, they have, like, category. And then some games, some games have category, some games don't. And I'm like, you have all this equipment, why can I not,
Right.
find stuff better? I can't think of any specific examples, but I know that's always been one thing whenever I'm going through menus and trying to figure out where stuff is. That's not good.
Like if I am playing Fallout and I just have a shit ton of stuff in my inventory and then just trying to cycle through the little what's that called?
Oh, the Pip-Boy?
Yeah, Pip-Boy. Trying to cycle through what weapon I want to attach and which one I want to give to my dog or which one I want to sell to the merchant or something. I'm just scrolling through and I'm like, is that the one I have?
Right.
Equipped? Is that the one I don't know. I get flustered and clustered with those open world pickup stuff games. Like in Borderlands when we were doing it in Cali, I would always have so much shit.
Yeah.
And just not know. I'd be like, do I want to sell this? Do I want to keep that? Do I want to? Did I put this on my guy, or is this the one I have equipped? Or
I can't remember if it was 2 or pre-sequel, but they finally added a mechanic in. Here we go. It goes right into the topic, where you could mark it with a check mark or an X.
Huh.
And that's how I organized all my items to figure out what I would sell. I would check mark the ones I definitely want to keep, He blanked ones I was like 50-50 on, and then put X's by everything I wanted to sell.
I don't think I ever used that. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like
it in pre-sequel or 2.
Y or triangle. You could tag items or mark them or something like that.
What I ended up doing was I would just like remember what kind of gun I had equipped, and then I would like right trigger until it like switched like shotguns here, snipers there, and then I just remembered which one it was, and I was like, okay, I have a submachine gun equipped, and I have 2 right here. So one of them is the one I had, and one of them's.
Yeah, and that was I could not do that. Woof, nope. Let's see. Oh, okay. Going off of Fallout, like the Fallout 4, they have the special and all the skills. Like, there's so many of those. I wish there was a little bit easier way to kind of. I mean, it's not hard to navigate up and down the menus, but kind of have a grander scale of what is going on, or like know better where things are, so I don't have to click through everyone. That's getting a little nitty gritty. Games I want to be better. You think I would have been better with this topic? Yeah, I don't know. Any other games that you can think of that you're like had a good time with but lost faith in quick?
I think Madden could be a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Like the create a player thing. You know how like in depth 2K's gotten with it. Like you can go to practice, you have to talk to these people, you have all the endorsements and stuff. And like Madden's create a character, you just like make a guy and then just play games. There's like no progression. There's like no get cut from a team or like try to win the starting job. Like basically if you don't have instant starter on, you just gotta wait for the other quarterback to get hurt. Because there's no practices where you can like go and do drills and like try to beat out the other quarterback or anything. Like in the NCAA games way back when you were a quarterback, you would go to practice 1 week and you would have to like do good or do well enough to get to this certain checkpoint, and once you got to that checkpoint you could challenge the next depth quarterback. So if you were third string, you could challenge the second string, and then like it would give you a set amount of points to get, and if you got it in like 25 passes, then you moved up in a depth chart. But like in Madden, if you like aren't on instant starter, you either wait till he gets cut until he gets hurt. You don't really like get put in, which is weird. Like you know how teams, if they start sucking, they'll put in a different quarterback and see if it works. They don't do that.
They just chug along.
So that's kind of annoying. Or like even like getting bored just playing games. You don't talk to anybody. You don't do anything. You just sim to the next week, and then you play the next game.
Okay. You gave me an idea. I haven't played much of the new one, but the WWE 2K series. Like they made a My Career mode where you make your dude and bring him up from the not indie scene, but like their build up where they get used to working in ring and working the crowd and stuff like that. So you start there and then you move your way up to the main roster and do pay-per-views and stuff like that. And that's all fine and dandy. Like you go for the title, you have rivalries, stuff like that. They run in, you run on them, you do promos, which is all cool. But then, like, the rivalry system, at least for me, like, I was in NXT, which is the first show, the beginner show, and I got to the main title, and I won the title. And after that, you can choose to go on to the main shows if you want. Well, I figured, okay, I'm going to wait until I lose the title, and then, move on. So, I was defending, and I was getting the same guy challenging me for the rivalry. And I'm like, okay. So normally how it would play out is like you face that guy a couple weeks in like 4 or 5 weeks, and then the rivalry's done, you don't face him, you go to the new guy. Well, I fought him every single week for all 5 of those weeks. Went to the pay-per-view, beat him. Alright, cool, still got the title. Then I'm in a rivalry with a new guy, and I'm still fighting that one guy every week. And I'm like, okay, because I mean the matches, there's not a whole lot you can do. The game tells you like, okay, you're doing it 1 versus 1, no special rules. So I mean, I can't customize that in that mode. It's just, okay, go to a pinfall. Alright, go to a pinfall. all right, go to no, and I'm like, can I fight somebody different? You know, there's 20 other guys on this roster in the show at least. Give me something. So that, I was like, I didn't make it very far in 2K16 with that. Like I said, I haven't tried 17 out. They've added new promo engines to it, so at least you get a little bit more, hopefully, personality in your character, which would be fun. But yeah, if I'm fighting the same guy every week on week, then I mean, yeah, because I want to play it, because I want to see what goes on in the main roster, because there was apparently some cool storylines where like the authority, the people in charge, like mess with your character if you don't get along with them and stuff like that. But I was like, if I'm not having fun playing the matches, then I'm never gonna get to that end result.
Yeah.
Like we talked with Destiny about too. Like, oh, it gets so much fun after you get level 20, and then you got the late levels. No. I mean, I get the grind, and I like, it's a fun shooter. It's a beautiful shooter. It's just, you gotta have something stringing me along here.
Yeah.
Just grinding, like, oh, I have to do this thing 8 times to hopefully get this one thing, and then if I don't, do it again. And I mean, if you enjoy that, good for you, but for me, no. I mean, saying that could be said for a lot of games. Like we mentioned, Call of Duty's a grind. Overwatch is technically a grind. So, I mean, like, I enjoy Overwatch. You were playing a little bit today, but that's technically the same thing.
Yeah.
You level up to get a loot box to happen to get a chance to get a skin
NBA
or something.
is a grind. You keep playing games to level up to character.
Get the VC
good.
and stuff like that. Yeah, so...
It's all basically a grind.
Yeah. So...
Its own little system, each modified for whatever game type it is.
Yeah. So there's different types. I mean...
Just whatever grind you like, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, it's games we want to be better, I guess. Unless Billy had anything else. No. Alright.
Every game is perfect.
Every game is perfect. Go play some. Have fun.
Don't go outside.
No. Outside's for losers.